Hello, this is The Way of Fairness. My name is Stephen Giles. I'm wanting to set the record straight. Um, this is about my experience with religion, and from childhood on. And when I was like 13, I quit believing. 13 years old, I stopped believing in the religion that I was raised in. It happened to be the LDS faith in my case. And I found out from researching facts that I didn't believe it anymore. And then next it was I didn't believe Christianity. And up until now, my newest tact in this drama of setting the record straight, and it's about getting what we deserve. It's about not being done wrong or having people claim that you lost when you didn't lose. People will claim that they defeated you when they did not defeat you. So I researched narcissism from psychology, and a friend one time told me that as far as the Mormon religion is concerned, or any religion for that matter, or just life in general, he said it's just a horse race. So it's like betting on a winning horse. You just join with this group, that the group you want to, for power is what it's about, to get ahead, to win. And we're in a world where, with narcissists, they want you to lose so they can win. They want to have you under their thumb. So in our world, there's the two-sided coin of cooperation and competition. And the whole group of humans, all the humans, are losing because of division. They have us fighting each other. And there's like this battle going on everywhere you go with the other people. The only way that's fair to me to resolve this is to stay in the argument, stay in this game, and use actual truth as the weapon. So it's not about violence, it's a war of ideas. And it's about getting the people on your side. And so in order to do that, you must get them to leave this protection of the narcissistic leader and join you. Now that's like, people say that's not possible because the narcissistic leader has all of his flying monkeys, and they will come around to see what you're doing, and they'll be spying on you, and they'll ruin your life. And the way that played out with me, first of all, my own mother fired me because after I stopped believing in the religion, in the Mormon religion, and seeing the situation that I was born into, I became suicidal as a teenager, young teenager. And my friends were friends that we drank beer and we smoked cigarettes. We had rebelled against the strict dogma of the religion. And so I was torn between the right and the left. And the right wing being to stay in the religion and surrender to this Lord idea that they have, or to rebel against it, which was left, the left side, left wing, because of the symbolism of right and wrong. So to them I was doing wrong, and I'm thinking, well, what is wrong and right, you know? It really doesn't have with which hand you use to write words with. Truth doesn't have anything to do whether you're left-handed or right-handed. Some people are left-handed. That's the truth. It's a minority. Anyway, enough for the symbolism. But the symbolism affected me deeply. I don't know why. It just does. Carl Jung wrote a book on it called Man and His Symbols, and how we rally around flags, and like the swastika is a powerful symbol. It's a powerful symbol in India with Shivaism. It's the counterclockwise direction. So I always looked at it as the creation side is clockwise. I'm getting some trouble with mind. There's a mind attack happening upon me right now, telling you this. So this is how I see it. Clockwise is creation. Counterclockwise is destruction. And Shiva's the destroyer of evil. So destruction can be a good thing. It's like a balance or a cycle of nature where the old tree dies and a new tree grows. Symbols and metaphors, mythology is powerful. I saw a program years ago, Joseph Campbell, the mythologist, and they had a program on TV called The Power of Myth. And he explained he was dying of cancer, so he didn't care about death threats. So he talked about Gnosticism to some degree. And he explained religion from his point of view as being a myth, a powerful mythology that connects us to powers within us. So that's Jungian ideas. And so I became interested in Carl Jung's ideas about dreams. And there I became aware that there's something within me that can guide me through this tragic betrayal that I was going through, because I didn't believe in the religion. So they said that I'm going to be cast into outer darkness, that I'll be gnashing my teeth in hell, that I'm a son of perdition, and all these threats of hell. See, so I'm gonna try to make this short video without explaining all the details. The devil's in the details, right? So when I was a teenager, the word Satan would pop up in my mind by itself, and I would just cringe. I couldn't stand hearing it. I couldn't stand having that thought appear in my mind, and it forced me to deal with that issue. So what resulted is I don't believe in a God. I'm a faith-based atheist. So this is my latest strategy to win, to defeat those who are doing me wrong, those who are betraying me. So my whole story is being fired from jobs or quitting jobs, being attacked by the narcissistic system. And I already told you that it was in my family. And so my mother sided with the Lord of the religion. I was drinking. I got fired. I got sent to counseling, and the counselor explained to me that usually the person that gets sent in for counseling, it's a problem of family dysfunction, like was explained by John Bradshaw years ago on a program on television called John Bradshaw on the Family. And the psychiatrists, the psychologists, they understand family systems, but the general public doesn't understand it. So John Bradshaw had this 10-hour program, 10 parts, to explain it to the lay people, to the average person, anybody who wanted to watch. And the counselor told me that the family is sicker than the individual that gets sent in. And so, see, I was torn because I was like not loyal to the family. And I remember when I first drank, I drank all the whiskey I could get my hands on. Suicidal drinking, you know, I wanted to die. And I found after that I had some strange experience after almost dying from alcoholic poisoning. I had sleep paralysis for the first time in my life. And I was introduced to this world of dark, harmful spirits. And so I heard a telepathic thought to read the Bible. So I started with Matthew, and Matthew explains how the family will be fighting against itself, and Jesus didn't bring peace, he brought a sword. And that made sense, because okay, so now here's the hero of the story on my side in leaving my family behind. So I began this very painful process of separating from my family. Bradshaw explained in healthy families, people separate easily. And we become, Carl Jung called it individuation. We become our own self. You have to give yourself permission to be who you really are. And they don't want you to do that. They're going to fight you. They're going to try to keep you in the role that you are designed to be in by the family, by the culture. So it's actually a cultural dysfunction. It's not just a family. It's just that we all grow up in a family. We have a mother and a father. And most of us have a sibling. So anyway, I'm setting the record straight. I'll be 66 years old shortly. And I have more power than I've ever had in my life. I saw a t-shirt one time that says, old people rule. And then on the other hand, there's the song by The Who, The Young Man Blues. So the young man has the power, and so we rebel against the old dysfunctional old timers. So it can be either side. See, the problem is when the power is in the wrong hands. That's when the problem happens. And the power should be in the hands of truth, actual truth. So I totally surrender to actual truth. That's what I serve. You can't win serving your own self. You have to surrender to something other than you. Because you have an ego problem. Because you're human. That's why. So I had to learn that. I had to learn that I have to surrender to something other than myself. So, long story short, my life is still about this mythology of Jesus and Judas and Satan And then I learned about the Hindu deities, Shiva, Vishnu, Kali. So, also the Native American spirituality of the Sweat Lodge and connecting to the ancestors, and that everything is related. So, I learned about non-dualism. See, the Native American belief is non-dual. It really is. And those that are in power now are going out of power. And they tried to gain control with Donald Trump. The right wing, Christian nationalists. And so I'm a faith-based atheist, so they're telling me that they're going to create a hell, or that God creates a hell, that I'm going to go to for being an atheist, and I'm going to be punished in hell. And so I have faith that God doesn't exist. The beauty of faith-based thinking is you don't have to play fair. They don't want in a fair game, but I'm not playing fair, neither are they. Faith is not fair because it's not based on truth. It's based on belief. So anything goes, and it's all topsy-turvy. Because without God, you can do anything you want. And as what we want to do is set up the World Human Fairness Agreement that's on the website. And we want people to agree to stop doing others wrong. So we want to defeat narcissism because the people will side with fairness and they'll leave the unfair leaders behind. People don't even dare think for themselves in government, Democrat, Republican, you name it. People do not stand up for their own self. They join the party. Well, we have to surrender to something other than ourselves. But it doesn't have to be an existing political party. It can be a new movement. It can be the World Human Fairness Agreement. It can be the way of fairness. It can be the new unifying power that all the people get behind and in front of and all around and protect, and we protect each other. We don't judge each other, we protect each other. And so it unifies the whole world. There's not division. There is no division. Everybody is counting the same. We don't have a leader. The leader is that we serve fairness for all. So this is how I'm playing my cards to win. Because of my childhood, I'm alcoholic. I drank alcoholically from day one. And so the big book talks about a lack of power is our dilemma. We don't have enough power to stop drinking when we're trying to stop drinking and it's killing us and get us in trouble, and we don't have enough power to say no to it. And so we need power. We need a source of power. And so the program of Alcoholics Anonymous, they decided that they could choose their own concept of God. And so the first meeting of AA was this big God fight. The Christian group it came from told them, you can't have a meeting outside of Christianity. And they said, yes, we're going to do it anyway. And they did. And the Christian people tried to stop them. They went to the place they were having their first meeting in Cleveland from Akron, where the Oxford group meeting was at. And the Oxford group, which was completely Christian, tried to stop the first meeting of Alcoholics Anonymous from happening, because the people had the book printed, and the book is like a study in cause and effect and solutions from observation. So the observation is lack of power is our problem. So I have to go for the most power I can get. And it comes from actual truth. because truth doesn't go away. It's not going to change. Faith doesn't change truth. So I have faith that the people that are against me are going to burn in hell created by extraterrestrials. They're going to be punished in hell. And so instead of, see, this is turn around. It's fair play. It's shut up or put up. It's like you're saying there's a hell I'm going to. I'm saying no. Your God doesn't exist. The extraterrestrials that I serve do exist. And it's you that's going to hell to be punished for doing me wrong. I haven't done anything wrong. You've done wrong, not me. So we take the moral high ground of fairness. The highest morality is fairness to your fellow human being and to stop doing other people wrong. And that's the basis of Alcoholics Anonymous. But it's written in a way that people can cheat on that. And so you have this system designed where the people that are crooked are going to go the crooked route. They're going to be unfair about things. And they're offered the way to do it, like Donald Trump. And the Democrats are still hung up on religion too. So they can't really do anything very progressive because of the Christian religion that hinders them. See, Joe Biden is a Catholic president. And this idea that I'm trying to win with, of the way of fairness, it doesn't look like it's winning at all. But in the underground of the universe, it's really making a major power change worldwide. Because me just going back to my hometown and showing up and telling them that I'm a faith-based atheist and that I'm not going to hell, the people that said I'm going to hell are going to hell. See, that's powerful. And now I can say that with ease. Their fear doesn't stop me from setting the record straight. And that's what I'm doing this past week or so. I went to a small town in Utah that I hadn't been to since 1980, that I lived for a year there doing a construction job. And when I got there, I'm hearing from my spiritual guide that Judas lost. So Judas had control of the town. And that's been the case in my hometown. And so it's like the dynamic of Judas and Jesus. Between the two of them, they rule the whole place. You either have to be under Jesus' thumb or under Judas' thumb. And I'm not under anybody's thumb, except for actual truth. And I'm trying to demonstrate that it's actual truth that wins. And there is no God, so we can do whatever we want. And so the law is nature. Nature is the law. So it's physics, it's science, it's the laws of nature, it's the laws of the universe. That's the ultimate law. And then nature is what humans are. The universe is what humans are. That's non-dualism. So we make up the law to be ruled by. We don't want somebody else doing us wrong. Nobody wants to be done wrong. That's the law. Don't do anybody wrong. So we're keeping it real simple. And if we can get Putin behind us, if we can get Donald Trump behind us, supporting this idea, they'll be exonerated and absolved. They'll be completely forgiven, total mercy, total forgiveness, exonerated, no crime charges against them. And the same goes for all the billionaires on the planet that could be prosecuted for various laws. So this is a way for peace to actually happen. And so I think this is actually what the first Christian idea was about, and it did come from extraterrestrials. That you humans are still fighting each other. You're not close to being there. You have to stop fighting each other. We still haven't. So the species in the universe that stop fighting each other, they win and they succeed, and they're still around in the universe. And some of them might be very advanced and still not completely on board with this idea of being fair to each other to win. And so I've been given dreams about that. And the dreams I have come true. They know the future. These advanced extraterrestrials apparently know all the future. It's really weird. So Revelations in the Bible's about that. And it's all twisted around because of translation problems and who knows. But they did use that book in explaining that I'm the guy with the double-edged sword for a tongue, and I'm the guy that's names written in people's hearts. And so that hasn't happened yet, and I can't make that happen. That's just a dream. See, it's metaphor. It's metaphor. The whole Christian religion was based on metaphor. And what's Jesus? He's the truth. He's the way. So see, it's not about a person. It's about 2 and 2 equals 4. So you can join us and be a part of this victory and setting things straight in your own life. You will be able to. Nothing will stop you because we have the most power. We're supported by the most powerful minds in reality. They're not from Earth. People thought they were God and they created the place. No, they evolved millions of years ago before we evolved as intelligent, somewhat. Wisdom is what's important. Be wise enough to stop doing other people wrong. Doesn't matter how smart you are. Matters how wise you are. The mind is a good servant, but a poor master. So that very much is the case here. And I can't think of what I'm leaving out on the video, but if something comes to mind that I need to share with everyone, I'll make another video. You're welcome to join with us. We are winning everything.